Hi boys and girls, welcome to Everyday Math Lesson 12.1, Review the Calendar. The materials that you'll need today, pencil, notebook, math journal, and your template. Let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is use our whiteboard and marker to answer some questions. If you don't have a whiteboard and marker, you could also use notebook and notebook paper. So for these questions, if you can write down your answer. So the first one, what number is twice as much as 200? You should have said 400. What number is half as much as 1,000? You should say 500. And if I'm going too fast, pause as often as needed. What number is 200 less than 700? You would say 500. What number is 300 more than 900? You would say 1,200. I know that 9 plus 3 is 12, and then I add my 2 zeros. What number is 300 more than 1,350? You should have had 1,650. And what number is 400 less than 5,356? For this one, if I think of the number 53 and think 4 less than 53, I know is 49. So my answer should be 4,956. How many days are in 1 week? Again, if you can write down your answers on either your whiteboard or in a notebook. You should have had 7. How many hours are in a day? You should have said 24. How many months in 1 year? There are 12 months in a year. Do you know how many weeks are in a year? There are 52 weeks in 1 year. How many seconds are in 1 minute? There are 60 seconds in 1 minute. And how many minutes are in 1 hour? There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. We use a calendar to keep track of the days of the week and the months of the year. Here's an example of a calendar that's showing the month of March and the year 2008. We abbreviate our days of the week. So we have our Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You can see that they left off the day for each of those. Then you can see the dates on our calendar. So it's pointing to the 25th, which the date is March 25th, 2008, and that is on a Tuesday. What day of the week is March 6th, 2008? If you said Thursday, you are correct. So every month has 30 or 31 days, except for 1 month. Which month does not have 30 or 31 days? If you said February, you are correct. February either has 28 or 29 days. And there is a leap year almost every 4 years. We add an extra day to February in a leap year. Did you know it takes about 365 1/4 days for the Earth to make one complete trip around the sun? This is why we add a day almost every 4 years. The next thing we'll take a look at is our math journal, pages 289 and 290, to continue talking about time and looking at clocks. So your page looks like this, and at the top, if you can answer some different questions about clocks, our first one says, how many hours do clock faces show? So if you can first press pause and answer questions 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then press play when you're ready to check. All right, we'll now talk about the first 5 questions. So how many hours do clock faces show? You should have said that they have 12 hours, or they show 12 hours. How long does it take the hour hand to move from one number to the next? And you would have said 60 minutes. How long does it take the minute hand to move from one number to the next? You should have said 5 minutes. How many times does the hour hand move around the clock face in 1 day? So it's 2 times. It's going to go all the way around the clock 2 times. How many times does the minute hand move around the clock face in 1 day? And this one you should have said 24 times. For the second part of the page, we need to write the time shown by each clock. So your page looks like this. So for 6, 7, and 8, if you can write down the time that you see. For questions 9, 10, and 11, draw the hour and minute hands to match the time. So press pause and then play when you're ready to check problems 6 through 11. All right, looking at question number 6, I can see that my hour hand is in between the 2 and the 3, which lets me know my hour is still 2, and then my minute hand, I can count by 5s until I get to that 5, or maybe I just know that when my minute hand is on the 5, it means 25. So my time is 2:25. Looking at clock 7, I can see my hour hand is in between the 5 and the 6, so it's still 5. And then my minute hand is on the 8, which stands for 40. So I have the time 5:40. Then for my last one, my hour hand is really close to the 12, but it's not quite there yet. And my minute hand is on the 11, so showing me 11:55. Then for the bottom, you are drawing the hands. So to show 8 o'clock, your hour hand is right on the 8, that's the shorter hand, and then your minute hand is on the 12. To show 6:45, your hour hand is in between the 6 and the 7, it is a little bit closer to the 7, and then your minute hand, the longer hand, is on the 9. And to show 4:10, your hour hand, the shorter one, is on the 4, and then the minute hand is on the 2. So double check to make sure you have this page correct before moving on to math boxes. Our math box page is page 290. I'll quickly talk about the directions and then I'll ask that you complete this page on your own. We'll go over this page in our next video. So for question 1, Jordan spent $6.38 on a book and $1.23 on a magazine. How much did he spend altogether? First, estimate the cost and the total, and then you can either use partial sums or if you have another strategy to add them together to solve. For question 2, you're telling me how many minutes are in 1 hour, and then looking at the fractions, then thinking about half an hour, 1/4 of an hour, 3/4 of an hour, and 1.5 hours. How many minutes would each of those be? For question 3, write a fraction for each shaded part. Put less than, greater than, or equal to in the box. For questions 4, I spent $4.22 at the store and gave the cashier a $10 bill. How much change should I get? For question 5, you need to find the maximum number. Or first you need to find the minimum number, the smallest, and then you need to find the maximum number, the biggest number. And number 6, tell me how many sides each of these shapes have. So how many sides a pentagon has, a hexagon, and an octagon. All right, I'll see you next time.